Hi guys, welcome to Cosmic Cubing, and this is going to be all the PLL algorithms. Let's get into it. So we will be starting with the basic one, which is the T-perm. So the T-perm is where you need to swap these two corners. So if you hold these headlights, these are called headlights if you don't know what those are. If you're new to cubing and you want to start learning full PLL right away, it's the least amount of algorithm. It's like half the amount of algorithms for full OLL. So I would recommend you learn these first, so it can help your mind get used to more algorithms. It took me around a month to learn full PLL, maybe a little less, I don't know. But the T-perm is where you need to swap these two corners. So if you hold these headlights to your left, these two corners need to be swapped and these edges need to be swapped. So that kind of makes a T. So the algorithm is this: R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. Okay? So, for that, this is what it will look like if you have speed. Okay? Now, let's move on to the Y-perm. So the Y-perm is where you have two 1x2 bars. One is good. So they're next to each other, but there's a corner in between them. So you want to hold that lonely little corner in the bottom right. Okay, so it should look like this. It's where these edges need to be swapped, and these corners need to be swapped. It kind of makes a T. So here's the algorithm. It's F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. Okay, let's do that in fast mode. I'm not the fastest at it. For some reason, I'm not the fastest at it, but I still get good times with it. Let's move on to the U-perms. So this one, this is not going to be the R move and L move ones, if that's what you wanted. These are going to be the M and U moves. So for this one, it's where you have a 1x3 bar. If you match it up with its color, you should have a whole side. You want to hold on the back, and this edge needs to move here, okay? Because you see how this edge needs to move next to it. You need to find the one that needs to move across. So it's this edge, which needs to move across from itself. The algorithm for that would be M2, U prime, M, U2, M prime, U prime, M2. Okay, let's move on to the other U prime. So this one is the opposite. You still have a bar in the back. It should make a whole side, but instead this edge needs to move across, not this edge. The algorithm for this is an M and U one. M2, U, M, U2, M prime, U, M2. Okay, this is going to be the H perm. It kind of looks like a lowercase t. I don't see how it's an H, but I'm just going with it. So it's where each edge needs to move across from itself. This edge needs to move across to over here. This one needs to move back. Same with these two. You can hold it in any position, but the algorithm is this: M2, U prime, M2, U2, M2, U prime, M2. Okay? This case is called the Z perm, or if you're from Canada, it's the Z perm. It's Z. No matter what, I call it Z perm because I live in America. It doesn't matter how you would call it, but this one is where each edge needs to move next to itself. So this one, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter how you hold it, but you want to make sure that the edge in front of you moves right over here, and this one moves back. Same with the back ones. You can hold it like this also, but you're gonna have to align the top layer. So the algorithm is this: M prime, U prime, M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M prime, U2, M2, U. If you notice, my camera is a little lower, but let's move on to, I think these are called the D perms. So this one is where So you should have a little L-shaped thing right here where these edges are all solved. You want to put those in the back left. So you want to look at this corner, and if you have this corner which needs to go to the right, which you see yellow, blue, and red needs to move over here. You have this case. So you want to do, I'm pretty sure this is x or x prime. You want to do r u prime r d2 r prime u r d2 r2. That was terrible. Okay, this is the other D perm. It's where you hold in the same position. If this corner needs to move diagonal, I'm pretty sure that's diagonal. This corner needs to move over here. You have this case. So you do that x move, I think it's x prime. R2, D2, R prime, U prime, R, D2, R prime, U, R prime. Why am I so bad at these? Okay, this one is where you have this corner needs to move across. So this corner needs to move up. This corner needs to move down. Same with the side, up, down. If it's like this and they move this way, then you have oriented wrong. You need to do a U or U prime. So you need to do an X prime, R U prime, R prime, D, R U R prime, D prime, R U R prime, D, R U prime, R prime, D prime. Okay, this is an R perm. It looks like a T perm like this, but there's no solved edge in the back. Okay, if you hold it like this, headlights on the left, you should have it where these corners need to swap, and these edges need to swap. Okay, here's the diagram. R U prime, R prime, wait. R U prime, R prime, U prime, R U, R D, R prime, U prime, R D prime, R prime, U2, R prime, U prime. Sorry, I messed up in the beginning. There we go. Okay, this is the other R perm. If you put the headlights on the left and you do not have a solved edge in the front, then you want to hold the headlights facing you, just like this, okay? It's the same situation, but instead these corners need to swap and these edges need to swap. The diagram is this: R prime U2, R U2, R prime F, R U, R prime U prime, R prime F prime, R2 U prime. Okay, we're moving on to the J perms now. So you should have a solved side. If you match up all the edges, you should have a solved side. Okay? If you do, and you hold on the left, and these pieces are not solved, well, they're next to each other. Okay, you should have a solved bar, 1x2 bar in the back, okay? That it should look like this. The algorithm for it, just hold it like this and do an RU R prime F prime, RU R prime U prime, R prime F R2, U prime R prime U prime. There we go. Okay, so for this J perm, you should have a solved bar on the left and a solved 1x2 bar in the front. Should look somewhat like this. The algorithm for it is this: R2 FR F prime, R U2 wide R prime U wide R U2. Okay, I do not know what this permutation is called, but you should have a solved bar on the left, and if you match it up with its color like this, you should have a solved edge on the right, okay? These edges need to swap and these corners need to swap. Here's the algorithm: R prime, U prime, F prime, R U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R U, R prime, U, R. Okay, this one looks like a D perm, but instead you have a solved corner. So you should have a solved L in the front left instead, and you should have a solved corner in the back right. The algorithm for it is this: R prime U R prime, Y D prime, R prime F prime R2, U prime, R prime U R prime, F R F. I'm pretty terrible with this speed solving wise, but let's do it. There we go. So I'm saving the hardest ones for last, like the N perms and the G perms. These ones are the N perms are actually pretty difficult to learn. They're hard to recognize, but I'll tell you how I recognize them. So you should have a 1x2 bar on the right for this case. If you have it on the left, that's going to be the next case. But if you have it on the right, here's the algorithm. RU, R prime U, RU, R prime F prime, RU, R prime U prime, R prime F, R2, U prime, R prime, U2, RU prime, R prime. As I said, then this is the one where it's on the left, okay? There's no really need to explain this case. I'll just do the algorithm, just it's on the left. R prime U, R U prime R prime, F prime U prime F, R U R prime, F R prime F prime, R U prime R. Now, time for the fun G perms. I will be doing all four. There is 4 of them. These are probably the hardest cases to recognize. The algorithms aren't necessarily difficult, but I will do my best to explain it. So this one, you should have headlights on the left. If you have a 1x2 bar in the front, that's not connected to this corner, okay? So if you want it to be solved after the algorithm and not have to align the layer, you're gonna want this 1x2 bar to be with its center, so the green side, yeah. So this algorithm is R2, wide U, R prime U, R prime, U prime, R, wide U prime, R2, F prime, U, F. So there we go. Okay, so this one is where you still have the headlights on the left, but you have a 1x2 bar on the right with the corner that's attached to this edge facing the back, not the front. Okay, so it should look like this, headlights on the left. That's really the only way to recognize it, by the 1x2 bar. The algorithm, headlights on the left, you want to do R prime, wide D prime, F, R2, wide U, R prime U, R, U prime, R, wide U prime, R2. Okay, so this one is where you have the headlights on the left, and you have a 1x2 bar in the back, not connected to the corner. If you want it to be solved at the end, remember, have the 1x2 bar attached to its side. For me, it'll be blue. Okay, hold it how I'm holding it, and do R2, wide U prime, R U prime, R U R prime, wide U, R2, wide F, R prime, wide F prime. There we go, got it. Okay, this last algorithm is the last G perm. It's where you have headlights on the left, and you have 1x2 bar on the right, but instead this solve corner is facing U, which means it's in the front, not the back. Here's the algorithm. R U R prime, Y prime, R2, wide U prime, R U prime, R prime U R prime, wide U R2. There we go. That is all the PLL algorithms. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Bye.